Om Shri Tapovan Param Gurave Namaha. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Samastajana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Brahmachari Divakarji, Vivekji, and everyone present here, Hari Om. So very happy to be with all of you here and do this camp, Destroying Delusions. How many of you have heard me before? Okay. So I've come to Kolkata sometimes in the Chinmaya mission there, and sometimes we have had sessions, we have had Hanuman Havan, college programs, teachers' talks, many things. So some of you may have met me there also, but very happy that all of you are studying. You are from the study group of Vivekji and maybe others also in Kolkata. I'm glad that many of you have taken the time off to come to Chinmaya Vibhuti. Some of you have come here, but many of you have not. How many of you went to CIF for the earlier camp? Okay. Wonderful. So a lot of you have come for this camp, and very nice that Dalmaji is taking the group to different ashrams of ours, exposing them to various places that Puja Gurudev established and give them the exposure of what a sadhana camp is. So when we come for a sadhana camp, this is a 4 days camp, 9th to 12th. Today is pretty much very easy, just the inauguration session. 4 days to make the best use of this. Different things have been planned already. Krishna told you a few things. But what is important is to live in the mode of a sadhak. When we come for a sadhana camp, I am living in the mode of a sadhak. And the idea here is if 24/7 for 3 days, 4 days, I can understand and live as a sadhak and experience the joy of sadhana, I can extend that to my whole life. The sadhana camp is supposed to be only a introduction, appetizer. This is supposed to be appetizer. Main course is supposed to be our life. And in that main course, I can experience joy. Our Gurudev used to say that when we don't know Vedant, when we don't study, when we have not done sadhana, then the main course meal in samsara is what? It is dukkha. And happiness is only a chutney that we lick now and then. Otherwise, the main course is dukkha. Why? Because this is called as samsara. What is samsara? Correct. Samsara is that which is continuously changing, samyak sarati, continuously slipping. And who is a samsari? Gurudev used to say that one who is always somewhat sorry is a samsari. One who always feels something is lacking, something is not there. We may have everything in life, but still something is missing, always. Even after we come here, many times we feel, "Arey, ye reh gaya, wo reh gaya, ye lana tha, wo bhul gaye." The mind will always think what is not there. So there's some sense of emptiness, loneliness, lack of fulfillment that continues all the time. Sadhana is to turn within. Our camp title is Destroying Delusions. One of the biggest delusions we have. So you are study group members. Chalo, let me ask you a simple question. What are the two major causes of sorrow in Vedanta? Desire, vasana, duality, ignorance, raga, dvesha, ego, attachment, ajnan. So, no doubt, these are all very true, valid answers. But still deeper, if you go, what causes sorrow to us mainly? Two delusions that one has. All the other delusions are based on this. So, first of all, what is a delusion? Literally, the word moha means delusion, and moha means to see something opposite of what it is. Vaichitya, moh vaichitya, that's the dhatu and its meaning. To not see something as it is, to see something opposite. Classic example of Vedanta is to see the snake as the rope. Correct? What? To see the snake as rope. No, to see snake as rope also a delusion only. But example of Vedanta is to see rope as snake. In my class, I'll keep asking like this trick questions also. If you say yes, that means I know you are not listening. So the point is that what is delusion? Not to see something as it is, to see something as opposite. And two major delusions, what Vedanta is telling us. Before we come to those two, simpler examples of delusion are what in daily life? To think happiness is in the world outside is delusion only. To think that this Rasgulla will give me happiness, big delusion. It may give some temporary pleasure, but we still think this food, that place, this person, that power, this name, that fame, it will give me happiness. So one runs behind it. What is harmful? One is seeing that as helpful. How much percentage of alcohol is good for the body? Good, at least you are aware. Zero. Otherwise, people have delusion. They think one peg a day is very good. And they tell us also, Swamiji, why don't you have red wine is very good for the heart. Instead of they dropping their wine and coming out of that addiction, they try to introduce us to that. As though we are having some FOMO. We have no FOMO of anything in samsar. We have JOMO. What is JOMO? Joy of missing out. There is nothing in this samsar that is worth. Absolutely nothing. Compromising sadhana, nothing worth. As seva, what one is doing, that maximum one can do, but beyond that, nothing. So the point is, these are delusions that one has. How many people think today that if they drink alcohol, they have arrived? Young boys and girls, they think the earlier the age they drink, they feel they have become matured. Smoking, drinking, alcohol, all these, when one knows, the whole world knows or not that 0% of alcohol is good for the body. But still, maximum promotion happens of alcohol. COVID time, we were having social distancing for everything. But first thing that was opened was what? Wine shops. Full delusion. Now, in today's world with social media, so it is not even possible to know what is the truth. Whether I am communicating with a man or a woman on the other side, I don't know. People put up pictures with all kinds of filters. Pata hi nahi. One is thinking this is the truth, but delusion it is. So these are simpler examples of delusion. But Vedanta says two major delusions. What are they? Anatmani atma buddhi, jagati satya buddhi. Two things. To think of the BMI as the self, anatmani atma buddhi, to think that I am this, and jagati satya buddhi, to think that the world is real. These are basic two delusions, major delusions. All the other delusions are based on this only. Atasmin tad buddhi, that is, it is called adhyasa, is defined as that. So we are going to use Vivekachoodamani to understand that portion, very beautiful portion from verse 277 to 292, which is called ending superimposition or ending adhyasa, ending delusion. Very nice sadhana sutras are given in that. That what are the sadhanas that one can do to destroy delusions? These fundamental delusions. Because why should I destroy delusion? Swamiji, why can't I live in delusion? And nowadays they use a modern word for it. It is called delulu. Not delusion. Delusion is old word. Delulu. And they don't want solulu to their delulu. If you give solulu to their delulu, they will hate you because they love their delulu. They want to live happily in that. So many people think like that also. No? Ignorance is bliss. Our Puja Guruji, Swami Tejomayananji, he says ignorance is not bliss, it is blisters. What is ignorance? Whole cause of sorrow and destruction in our life is that avidya. One is still thinking ignorance is bliss. Till I don't know something, okay, but the moment I understand, when I see the effects of it, then one realizes I should have known this before, I would have prevented so many things. So the point is that delusion, why should I get out of? Avidya leads to moha. When I don't know, then there will be delusion. Not, Gurudev used to say in his language, non-apprehension leads to misapprehension. So why can't I live in the misapprehension? What is wrong if I live in the misapprehension? My life is going on happily. No problem. थोड़ा बहुत ऊपर नीचे होता है लाइफ में. It's okay. I will deal with it, Swamiji. After all, variety is the spice of life. If परम आनंद की स्थिति हमको प्राप्त हो गई, every time हर क्षण आनंद ही आनंद, then it will become boring. So we are happy living in our delulu. No problem. So some people think like that also. So why should I get out of delusions? For what? And people argue also. Swamiji, don't you know this body has to die? You only teach everybody body has to die. Anyway, we have to die one day. Why not die drinking alcohol? Self-control में जी जी के भी हम क्या करेंगे? After all, this world has been made to enjoy. And Gurudev used to give an example, in his Sthita Prajna Lakshan talks, he gives this example. So he says that, suppose somebody calls you for a dinner. With great love, they have invited you, please come, have dinner with us, we are celebrating our 50th anniversary, so please come. And they invite you for a dinner and they have made a 7-course meal for you. Full, very elaborate with all the appetizer and soup and main course and dessert and everything. Lovely 7-course meal they have made for you. And you land up there and you say, Mera aaj upvas hai. What will that host feel? Disappointed, no? Bhagwan has made this world with not 7-course, infinite course meal. And as Vedantin, what are we doing? Upvas. Living in self-control, withdrawing from the sense objects. Is it not an insult of the Creator? We should enjoy. For whom? To make Creator happy. So that's the logic some people give कि भगवान ने ये सब बनाया है हमारे लिए तो बनाई. We don't enjoy, then who else will enjoy? That. So that logic one gives. So why should I get out of delusion? And मोक्ष तो कभी ना कभी प्राप्त हो ही जाएगा, हमारा स्वरूप है. After learning Vedanta, we become very much intelligent. कि हमारी आत्मा तो कहीं जा नहीं रही. We are the self, Brahman, here and now. I was, I am, I will always be Brahman. तो क्या फर्क पड़ रहा है? थोड़ा खा लो, पी लो, थोड़ा डेलुलू में रह लो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Why destroy the delusion at all? क्यों करें? And those people who have destroyed the delusion, what has happened to them? It's very strange. In the world, many people know the fact. So what happens? They say marriage is like a fort. Those who are trapped inside are trying to get out, and those who are outside are trying to go inside. So whatever delusion was there before marriage got broken or not? Got broken. Still, I want to put my child in that delusion. Think about that. So why should I get out of delusion? For what? Even after my delusion is destroyed, I still want others to continue in that. So what is the big deal? Why destroy delusion? Continue to live. This question now, why should I destroy delusion, comes to somebody who understands what I really want. You know, Gautam Buddha was conducting one satsang once. This is one of my favorite anecdotes. You must have heard before if you have heard me. But I keep telling this as a reminder to me also. So Gautam Buddha is conducting a satsang, and once when he was conducting the satsang, somebody who was sitting in the first row, very sincere person, genuine, and evening time it is, satsang started, and as it was going on, he was feeling very tired. So as the satsang proceeded, in the first 5-10 minutes only, he dozed. So Gautam Buddha looked at him and asked, "Are you sleeping?" He says, "No, no, 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 no." Again he sat. And he tried very hard. But you know, Brahmaji, when he created the Srishti, he gave an abode to everybody. So Nidra Devi's abode is satsang. So people sleep in satsang. So he tried very hard, and then after some time again. So again Buddha asked him, "Are you sleeping?" "No, no, 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 no." Then he held his breath and he tried his best not to, every pore of his body should crave for breath so that now he will be alert. Then he took some breath, and for few minutes again he was awake, and again after some time, third time he dozed. Buddha said, "Are you alive?" He says, "No, no, 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 no." And looking at him, Buddha said, "By mistake you gave the right answer." Why did Buddha say that? By mistake you gave the right answer. Why did he say that? Not alert. Okay. But the answer was, when he asked, "Are you alive?" He says, "No, no, 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 no." How is that right answer then? Gross body has gone to sleep. Okay. He's not mentally alive. Yeah. So is there a difference between living and being alive? Are you right now living or alive? Why? So why are you alive and why are you not living? Living is mindlessly, alive is with attention. Okay, so that is one difference. Living is just existing, surviving through life. Being alive is being aware, conscious. Anything else? Living is when you realize you are not the mind and body. Then what is alive? Ah. So living is when I am just going through life with no awareness of who am I truly. Being alive is to manifest my full potential. Being alive is to know who am I truly. It is being awake to the true nature of ours. Which is why in the Upanishad what it is said, Uttisthata Jagrata Prapyavaran Nibodhata. What does that mean? Arise, awake, and so Vivekananda ji made that quote famous by saying, arise, awake, stop not till the goal is reached. But the mantra proper says, arise, awake, uttisthata, jagrata, prapya varan nibodhata. Go to the teachers, having attained the teachers, learn. Learn what? The truth, the self, who you are. So one who knows who am I truly and who understands very well that I have seen the world enough. I have seen enough power, pleasure, prestige, popularity, everything I have seen, what they say nowadays, not done and dusted. देख लिया, कर लिया, समझ लिया, सब हो गया. Still, there is emptiness, lack of fulfillment. Which is why in Vedanta, when we say that is called samsara, where there is no sense of lasting satisfaction. In the corporate world, they have a saying, in the world of rat race, even if you win, you still remain a rat, always afraid of a cat hiding below the mat. Fear doesn't go, insecurity doesn't go, sorrow doesn't go. And what we are seeking is a state free from this. We don't want fear. We don't want sorrow. We don't want insecurity. We want happiness. That is our true demand. So one who has seen all these is seeking what is that state of fulfillment. And if it is not outside, it is only inside. That is called Parishesha Nyaya. Only two places, outside and inside. If it is not outside, what is remainder? What is the remainder? It is only inside. So if it is inside and Vedanta is saying it is your true nature, then why am I not experiencing it? That is only because of delusion. Because I don't know who am I and I have falsely concluded that I am this BMI and the world is real. So when I destroy this delusion, why should I destroy delusion? Because the greater my delusion is, the greater will be my sorrow. Delusion and sorrow. Delusion and fear. So avidya leads to moha and moha leads to bhaya and shoka. Fear and sorrow. Narad ji is such a great bhakta of Bhagavan, studied the Vedas, studied the Vedangas, so many things he knows. Yet, he was not feeling fulfillment. And Sanat Kumars, they tell him that tarati shokam atmavit. Only the knower of the self goes beyond sorrow. Nobody else can go beyond sorrow. We may go beyond some temporary dukkha. We may divert our mind. We may find some inspiring purpose. We may achieve something. So that samsara's temporary dukkha goes. But the deepest cause of sorrow, that doesn't go. That sense of limitation that I feel, I am bound, I am limited, I am alone. That delusion in samsara is like that. One more delusion in samsara is what? We are together. Even to come to destroying delusion camp, one has come with the delusion only. What? We are together. Some people ask, will you come with me? If you come with me, we'll go together to the camp. For what? Getting mukti. मोक्ष के लिए साथ साथ चलेंगे. वाह, साथ में मोक्ष मिलेगा सबको. होलसेल में दे रहे हैं सबको, ले जाओ. जितने ये कैंप में आ गए सब तर गए. No, Swamiji, why are you not coming to the camp? Oh, my friend is not coming. So, कंपनी नहीं है स्वामी जी. अरे वाह, आप दुनिया में कंपनी लेके आए थे और दुनिया से जाओगे कंपनी लेके जाओगे. See, functional reasons one may want somebody, that's a different point. But think about it individually. Is it not a delusion to think that I have so many people with me, so many people are with me, I am with so many people? But the truth is what? Each of us are alone. Gurudev gave a very nice autograph to one person who came to meet Gurudev after the talk of Gurudev got over. Sixth chapter, Gurudev was talking on Dhyan Yoga. And he brought one postcard. You know, those days, one side there would be a nice picture, and then other side you can write the address and post. So he brought one postcard, and Gurudev saw. It was the picture is of a sunset, and there was the ocean and the sunset, beautiful, and there is one bird which was flying. And immediately Gurudev wrote behind, from alone to alone, all alone. It's such a beautiful line, you think about it. From alone, small a. Each of us is alone. To alone, capital A. That is the state of Kaivalya, the state of oneness, absolute truth, no duality. From this state of limited individuality to the state of non-duality, we have to walk all alone. From alone to alone, all alone. We are alone. If we remember that it is my path, I have to walk. People can help me, no doubt. But it is my path, I have to walk. I have to put in that effort. I have to do the sadhana. Nobody is going to come and touch me and give me mukti. If somebody thinks that some guru will come and touch me and grant me mukti, somebody will see me and grant me mukti, none of that will happen. It is our sadhana. We have to do by ourselves. This realization is what transformed Ratnakar to Valmiki. When Naradji met him and Naradji told him that why are you doing all this? He said, I am doing it for my family, wife, children. He said, you incur such negative karma by doing all this. Ask them, will they share? And he was so confident, they will share. He said, don't be so confident, go and ask. Valmiki was in Delulu, Ratnakar, that my family will share. Big Delulu he was. Then he came to the family and asked, will you share? What did they say? We will not share. We didn't tell you to do all this. He got the shock of his life. And he came back to Naradji. And what did he tell Naradji? He said, please help me to get out of this state. He did not tell Naradji that we will have a contract. Let us sign a contract. Whatever I am earning, 20% of that I will give to your ashram as CSR. Le jao. Government stipulation is only 2%. I will give you how much? 20%. He didn't say that. Because he realized it is my journey. I am alone. And I have to transform. Nothing will change in the world outside. I will only have to change. You know, one place I was listening on Instagram, nowadays reels which come. So in one of the reels it was said, अगर आप पृथ्वी पर हैं और आपका वजन 100 किलो है, मंगल पर आपका वजन 30 किलो और चंद्रमा पर आपका वजन 16 किलो है, उसका अर्थ ये है कि आपका वजन बिल्कुल ज़्यादा नहीं है, आप गलत ग्रह पर हैं. तो इसीलिए आपको वजन कम करने की आवश्यकता नहीं है, ग्रह बदलने की आवश्यकता है. So people think like this only. बाहर की चीज़ों को बदल दो, इनको बदल दो, उनको बदल दो. Nothing. I have to put in the effort to do my sadhana. Until I don't put in that effort to get out of my delusion, my sorrow will not end. Did Krishna Bhagwan touch Arjun? Bhagwan himself is standing in front of Arjun. And Arjun surrenders also. And what did Bhagwan do? In the middle of the battlefield, he could have touched him. He could have just seen him. Finished. His delusion would have gone. But Bhagwan gave him the whole knowledge of the Gita. And at the end of it, what did Bhagwan say? Yatha ichhasi tatha kuru. Do what you decide. He didn't even enforce the conclusion. He didn't say, you do this. In the Gita, he tells him, Tasmat uttishta kaunteya yuddhaya krita nischaya, all that he tells him. But final decision is left to Arjun. Did the knowledge destroy his delusion or not? He says, Nashto mohaha smritir labdha. My delusion is gone. Because of delusion, he was wanting to run away, and he gave full justification in first chapter. And if you read the first chapter, we'll really feel that Arjun is right, Baba. Unnecessary Krishna Bhagwan made him fight. Bichara ahimsa ke marg par chal raha tha. But that is a delusion. That delusion makes me think that I am right and the other person is wrong. When the fact is I am wrong and Bhagwan was right. Luckily, Arjun surrendered to Bhagwan and he accepted, saying that I am confused. Karpanya dosho pata svabhava. So he says, Prichhami tvam. Dharma sammudha. Again, moha comes there, delusion. Dharma sammudha chetaha. I am deluded about my dharma. What should I do? So when there is a delusion, when one recognizes there is a delusion, and that delusion is the cause of my sorrow, my fear, my insecurity, then I don't blame anybody outside. I work on myself, removing my delusion. And for that I go to the teacher. For that I learn the Shastra. For that I surrender to Bhagwan. So in this sadhana camp, you have opportunities to do all the three. Learn the scripture, study Vivekachoodamani, one of the most beautiful texts. How many of you, any of you have studied Vivekachoodamani here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 5. Gone through it. Okay. So one small portion is what we are going to take. Beautiful text of Adi Shankaracharya ji. And sadhana opportunities are there. Tomorrow we will be doing a Hanuman Havan. Then there are temples, artis which are there. Meditation we are going to do. How many of you have done meditation before? Few people. It is a meditation class, okay? Not sleeping class. You have to come with the bhav of meditating. Otherwise, some people, satsang mein if Nidra Devi has Vardhan, meditation mein to she has double Vardhan. हक से आती है वहां पर तो पूरा. पहला ऑब्स्टेकल मेडिटेशन में क्या आएगा? Sleep. And some people do sound meditation. Snore away to glory. बेचारा दूसरा जो मेडिटेट कर रहा है वो इतना मेहनत करेगा फिर भी somebody snoring will disturb that person. So sleep well. Today Vivek ji has done a very good thing. He has given you time off because you have traveled and come. So you please take good rest after dinner today. So we have opportunities to study the Shastra, we have opportunities to do sadhana, and we have opportunities to do our own reflection. So there is time for your reflection. There are question answer sessions. Divakarji is going to take about Bhakti, Narad Bhakti Sutra and Navadha Bhakti combination. He is going to do beautifully. So there is Bhakti, there is Jnana, there is Nididhyasan, there is Vivek ji is going to take some sessions. So beautiful sadhana camp opportunity we have, and the focus should be what? I have come here to destroy my delusions. Food also is very tasty, simple food. If the mind wants kanda, lasan, this, that, tell the mind, I have come here to destroy. Delusion is not in any of those. 4 days one has to live. And the idea is not that after 4 days we go and attack. जैसे ही विभूति से बाहर निकले चलो एयरपोर्ट पे पहले. Idea is, as I said, once you experience the joy of the sattvic life, many of you may have already left it, so Kanda lasan increases more tamoguna, that's all. So if one feels that joy here, try to experience in the sattvic environment that joy, that quietude, peace, and then one can carry that home. That will be the real success of the camp, that you go back more quieter, peaceful, happier, having dropped some of the delusions, gain some more self mastery. So we invoke Bhagwan's grace and Puja Gurudev's Ashirwad for the success of this camp. For the next 4 days, may we live doing maximum sadhana. Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj ki jai. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.